So here we go. This is the women's K4. Look at that lineup, and wow, there's so many exciting races in this. And you know, when you look here at the field and what's on offer, the Chinese were surprise winners in Szeged a couple of weeks ago. The interesting crew here, I think, is the crew from Poland. They've just made one change to the boat which raced in Szeged. They finished outside the medals in Szeged, which was a bit of a surprise. They finished 6th, but since then they've welcomed back Anna Palaska, who is an absolute legend in Polish canoeing, and this is now the K4 crew that they took to the Olympics now, and so you would expect that we'll have a more forward showing from the Poles here. The race between them and the Chinese in lane 4. The Germans were also quite good in Szeged. They finished 4th. You know, it's a really interesting statement on where some of these crews are. There's a few changes for different crews trying different things, as you would expect, Stuart. This is still an opportunity to try some different combinations before World Championships later this year.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about these World Cups. You can really use them to hone in those boats and make sure that you've got the right bums on the right seats. So it'll be interesting to see how that change works out.
Of course, the Ukrainians, they're the mystery boat here. They weren't in Szeged. We don't have a form line to draw through here on where they might be in their preparation. But we always know that the Ukrainians will be strong. Whether they can challenge for a medal here, I'm not sure, because there we have the Germans, who are very much in a rebuilding phase. Once upon a time, Hungary and Germany were the powerhouses of women's K4. There's no Hungarians here. They're off. I think they've just had qualifications back home. You can guarantee that they will be strong next year. The Germans still rebuilding though. They looked good in Szeged. It'll be very interesting to see whether they've progressed further. The Chinese, well, they surprised everybody. They flew home in Szeged to snatch the gold medal and really served notice on the rest of the women's K4 competition that they are a team to be reckoned with. And there are your home crowd favourites. Sitting there in the second seat is Anna Palaska. She's back in the K4 this week. I'm sure they would be very happy to have her there. At the front of the boat, the very experienced Carolina Naja. She's been to, I think, 4 Olympics. She's won a medal at every Olympic she's been to. That's not bad experience, is it, to have in your boat? Yeah, I think it's great in these crew boats to have athletes like that who've been there and done that. It really helps build the boat, and the sort of less experienced athletes have someone to look up to. So yeah, really good lineup today. And we saw, they're not here today, of course, but Lisa Carrington with the New Zealand, she also sat at the front of the boat, and for the 3 young athletes behind her, to follow her, to try and keep up with her, yeah. More than anything. What a great experience for them. But they're not here. The Dutch, great to see the Dutch coming through now. They've it's a different looking crew. There are a couple of changes for the crew that raced in Szeged. They finished 8th in the B final, so they'd be very happy to find themselves in an A final here. And the Belgians, they finished strongly in the semi-final this morning to sneak through into this final. Sitting in the middle of the boat there, Peters and Brock, the K2 combination that have been paddling together for a long time. So the Belgians just building a K4 as well, but we're underway. Let's keep an eye on the middle of the field with the Poles and the Chinese. The Chinese, the gold medalists from Szeged. The Poles, well, we know how good they are. They were fantastic in Tokyo, and they've been together for a long, long time. They've had that consistency still, which is very important, isn't it? That they know each other inside and out so well. Yeah, it just gives you so much confidence going through the race when you've raced together before and achieved results before. Really good to see such a strong Chinese crew today. In most of the crew boat events, they've had at least one boat, multiple boats in some cases. Yeah, really powerful, strong team. But that is your home team, hometown favourites. Closest to the camera there, that is your crew from Poland. Right next to them are the gold medalists from Szeged, exactly the same crew from Szeged, the Chinese sitting second at the moment. Now in Szeged, the Chinese finished strongly. They ran over the top of the rest of the field. Can they do it again here in Poznan? They look like they're really digging deep now. It's going to be a race between China and Poland. The Polish crew just in front. The Chinese, you'd expect them to start coming out, but it's the Poles, in fact, who are now starting to pull away. So Poland, the crew of Naja, Polaska, Kakol and Puta, they look like they've got this race under control. A really strong race. You can hear the Poznan fans getting behind their hometown favourites. They've got big hopes for gold in Paris next year. That is a gold for Poland, silver for China, and it looked like the Germans taking the bronze. Another good result for this young German crew as they rebuild. But that is a really good result. They looked more together this week, and I think they will welcome back. I know one person doesn't make a big difference, but having Anna Polaska, being able to tap on her shoulder and get her back in the boat made a big difference, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like they led from start to finish. In K4s, it's really important to get that speed up and keep it up till the end. So they just managed to hold off the Chinese and even put in a bit of a gap towards the end.
It's always exciting when you're on the tally, apparently, so they tell me. So let's have a look now. Yes, the Belgians got a good start closest to screen, but yes, as you said, Stuart, the Polish boat very fast early on. The Chinese stuck with them. It was a race in two for most of the race. The rest of the field struggling to hold on. I think the German team would be relatively happy. That's two good races they've had now at the two World Cups as they try to find the ideal combination to take them to Duisburg for the World Championships. Of course, the K4, Stuart, is one of the only events where all the Olympic quotas are filled at the World Championships in Duisburg.
Yeah, it's a really important year for the K4 qualification. It's an awesome event, and like I said earlier, it's quite a few spots to qualify, so it'll be some tough competition.
So what I mean by that, for those listening at home, is that there are no other chances to qualify a K4. No continental quotas available or anything. You have to qualify your K4 at the World Championships. So it's very important that you have a crew that can get you into the final. Looking forward to hearing what the girls have to say after winning another gold. What's that, 3 in front of the home crowd today, I think? So
yeah, really good showing today.
Yep, good show for the home crowd fans. Let's cross down in just a moment and we'll hear their words of wisdom after taking gold.
Hello. Can you tell me how do you feel about this race?
I feel very great. We are in good form sport at the moment. The important things for us is to win qualification Olympic Games on the World Championships.
And what do you think will happen this year?
Right now we don't know. We are focused for this start in here and tell coach for us later.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm sure the coach will have happy things to say. He'll say congratulations, well done. But as we've been saying, Stuart, there's so much depth in the Polish team. Trying to get a ticket on that K4, it's the hottest ticket in town, isn't it, for any team, but on that Polish team with so much depth. Confirmation there of the results. Poland taking the win. China, Germany, the bronze. Denmark put in a good performance there for 4th.